Friendos, I thought people were lying. I never dreamed that I could get such great perfumes for so little cash. But today I'm going to be ranking 10 viral Middle Eastern perfumes. So if fragrance is your thing, go ahead, do me a favor, hit like, hit subscribe, and Friendos, just stay tuned. I'm so excited for this, you guys. Oh my gosh, have we got some real winners today. My first Middle Eastern perfume fragrance left me shocked. And in this video, even though we're ranking them from least favorite to most favorite, there are no losers. I recommend every single one of these. It's just my own personal taste. Which ones I found to be the best will be at the end, and the ones that I like the least are at the bottom. So let's get into it. By the way, some people don't consider Saudi Arabia to be part of the Middle East, so just know that for this video, I'm going to be using them interchangeably. Our first one here is Love Apple. This is from Rehab. Guys, I was shocked at just how gourmand this is. This is one of those eat your arm off dessert smelling perfumes. This one has notes of green apple, cinnamon, musk, and vanilla. It's a very simple note structure here. What you're gonna get here is something that smells like warm apple cider. There's nothing artificial smelling about it. It's just so sweet and scrumptious. I would definitely recommend that you pick this up for the measly $10 that I paid on Amazon to get this perfume. My only qualm with this perfume is that it doesn't have very good longevity. This is one that you're gonna want to keep in your purse, in your backpack, wherever you go, because within an hour, this has pretty much died down. However, for $10, I cannot complain. And don't worry, we've got some real beast mode perfumes coming right up. And speaking of beast mode, we have Lattafa Oud Mood. This is what I thought Club Nuit was going to smell like because the notes are very similar. These notes are, and there's a lot, so I'm going to read them off. Rose, saffron, pimento, oud, caramel, floral notes, patchouli, resins, woody notes, incense, and musk. So check out this gorgeous packaging. I can't believe that I think I paid around $30 for this perfume. Most of these, my guys, you can get from Amazon or you can get from Fragrance Net. So why did this one rank number 9 if it is so beast mode? Well, it turns out because a lot of these Arabian perfumes are going to smell similar. And so there's 2 other ones that I'm going to be talking about today that smell very similar to this. This one was just my least favorite iteration of those 3. This one is one of the most masculine smelling scents that we're going to talk about today. However, while it is unisex, I do feel like it leans the most masculine. One of the most masculines that we're going to talk about today. However, it still smells really good. So the note differentiation here that made me not love this one as much as some of the other ones is the patchouli note. And there's something that has like a small, like slight in the background medicinal smell to it. Sort of spa-like, sort of medicinal. However, if you told me this was your favorite perfume, I would totally get on board. I would tell you that's a great perfume. However, I'm not going to go over it. There's some that I like more. So let's get on with it. So on with what I was saying. This one is so creamy and musky, and this is a very nice clean smelling oud. It doesn't smell fecal. It doesn't smell like something dying. You guys know some of those ouds, they can play you, girl. This one right here, it's not gonna play you. It smells really nice. It's slightly rosy, slightly ambery, and it's a very linear journey. It doesn't really change on the skin the longer you wear it. You can give this thing 4 sprays and it's gonna last on your skin eternally. At least it did on mine. And the projection is crazy. When you enter the room, people are gonna know. So use this one with caution, and moving on to the next. So at number 8, another one that cost me a measly $10. That's why I'm okay with pardoning the bad longevity on this. So this is Choco Musk, and you guys, don't spray this when you're on your period. It's gonna give you chocolate cravings. Oh, it's so good. Okay, this is one where I'm going to advise you to ignore the notes listed. So I'm going to read them all for you, but I'm going to tell you what I smell. It's something completely different. And I have to say that is one thing that I've noticed with these Middle Eastern perfumes. For a lot of them, the scent notes that they have recorded are not what I smell. And I'm not sure if something's getting lost in translation or things grown around the world smell differently, but I'm just going to tell you from my perspective what my olfactory experience has been. So notes listed are vanilla, milk chocolate, white musk, spicy notes, cinnamon, amber, sandalwood, myrrh, and rose. To me, this just smells like you were having chocolate cravings downstairs. You whipped up some chocolate mousse. You took your Hershey syrup, you squeezed it in the whole milk, you made yourself some nice little chocolate milk, and you poured yourself a bowl of cocoa pebbles. Pure gourmand. It is eat your arm off delicious. Nothing rosy, nothing spicy. I don't smell any myrrh in this at all. It's just pure dessert fantasy perfume. Now the longevity on this, again, is not great. You're gonna have about an hour or two of wear time on this one, so it's a little bit better than Love Apple, but it's still just not the best as far as longevity is concerned. But don't you worry, friendos. The rest from here on out have amazing longevity. So let's get into number 7, and that is Rare Tiffany. Check out this gorgeous bottle. Isn't this just delightful? And I paid, I think, $20 for this on FragranceNet. This is one of the most hype perfumes here on YouTube, and for a reason. So let me break down the scent notes to you guys, and then we're gonna talk about my experience. So this one opens up very floral. The notes are ylang ylang, jasmine, rose, musk, sandalwood, vanilla, ginger, pink pepper, and caramel. Delightful, let me just tell you. So to me, this one is not very gourmand. I don't really smell much of the caramel. I will say the longer this sits on the skin, the more feminine, the more sweet the fragrance gets. The longevity is excellent. It's an amazing projector. It will announce your presence when you come into the room. And it's a very unique scent. I could see someone having this as their signature scent, except for now I feel like it's just so hyped. I hear everyone talking about it, but I can't say that I've smelled this on a lot of people. For me, this one is also very nostalgic of the late 90s type of perfume. I don't really know how to articulate that, except to say, if you know, you know. There's this certain type of musk that's emblematic of the late 90s, and that's what this reminds me of. So I would say if you're feeling a little nostalgic, if you like a good spicy floral perfume, definitely check out Rare Tiffany. This next one I'm afraid to hold up in front of the camera because my sister's in the room and we have been fighting a lot over this one. Yep, it's one of those. So this one is Swiss Arabian Casablanca. No! No! Don't hurt me! Don't hurt me! Well, she got the lid. And now for the notes. We have apple, grape, iris, whitewoods, patchouli, caramel, suede, musk, and Peru balsam. This one is so fresh, so classy. This one smells like you're a millionaire and you're headed to brunch with your gorgeous blonde hair and a full white outfit. It's just unbelievably feminine, pretty, and daytime appropriate. So I have to tell you, grape is not the most used fragrance note for perfumes, and there's reasons why. Most of the time, grape can either smell artificial, like sweet candies, or it can smell more boozy, like a wine. This is a true grape. This one smells like you just picked some fresh grapes. You're about to squeeze it into a pitcher and serve it on your table. Also, vanilla is not a note listed, but I absolutely smell vanilla, especially in the opening when I first spray it. It's one of the few fragrances that start out smelling very vanilla, but the longer you wear it, the fruitier it becomes. Usually, you know, it's the opposite. It starts out fruity and then it evolves into something that's more vanilla. That does not happen here. So if you are looking for a beast mode fruity perfume, this is it. This is your girl. Give her a try. She's not expensive. I think I paid $40 for this on Amazon. So my only qualm with this perfume is I don't really like the packaging. This feels like a Cricut vinyl project and some of the lettering is already starting to wear off. But again, my sister and I have been fighting over this, so it's understandable. Next was a present from my sister. At number 5, we have Rasasi Jasmine Wisp. You guys, beast mode isn't the word. This is eternal. This is not going to announce to the room that you have arrived. This is going to announce to the world. I think this one is the most beast mode perfume in my entire collection. So I cannot believe that it was as cheap as what it is. However, at the same time, I'm also not surprised that it was cheap since my sister bought it for me. Just kidding. Just kidding. This was on my list. And let me tell you, this is one where the notes listed are not what I get. I'm still going to call them out for you, and then I'm going to tell you how I feel about it. So according to Fragrantica, this has mandarin orange, grapefruit, lemon, passion fruit, white flowers, pear, peach, coconut, vanilla, tonka bean, and amber.
Why is it called Jasmine Wisp?
That's a very good question. Why is it called Jasmine Wisp? So it does have white flowers in here, and I think jasmine probably is one of those white flowers. I detect a small bit of jasmine in this. However, if you were paying attention while I was calling out these notes, you would think that this is like a fruity, floral, citrusy perfume, and it is not. It is nothing like that. This one is very vanillic. I can smell a lot of tonka bean in here, musk, and sandalwood is not mentioned as one of the perfume notes, but I smell sandalwood in here. I also get a little bit of coconut, but when I tell you, it's like it's way in the background. It's like you're on Key Largo at nighttime and all the lights are dim. Now way in the distance you see those lights that are lighting up Cuba. That's where the coconut is. Like it's there, but barely. So with a name like Jasmine Wisp, you think that this would be overly feminine. It's really not. It's very unisex. I do think it leans slightly feminine. It's a dense, comforting scent. It is not a fruity floral. And also this is one that I really feel like is not blind buy safe. I mean, it's not that expensive, but still, it's so hard to describe. I would not recommend this for the summer or early fall. This is so dense, so heavy. It's very much a cold weather perfume. And this will last through a shower. You'll smell it the next day. So yeah, get yourself a sample, see if this one is right for you. Oh yeah, and I forgot to add, so this was one that I felt like they smell like each other, but this one's definitely more masculine and this one is more feminine. Also, I really like the bottle. It's really pretty. So for number 4, if you thought that Flower Bomb Tiger Lily was just too pricey, or you were just not quick enough on the draw to get Miu Miu Fleur de Lys, I have the solution. At number 4, we have Lattafa Musamam White Intense. This came in such lovely packaging. Check out the top of the bottle. The design is just really pretty. This will be another one where I'm going to read you those fragrance notes, and I feel like there's some discrepancies there from what I'm smelling from what they say. So let's get into that. So Fragrantica lists the notes as orange, bergamot, spices, coconut, ylang ylang, ambroxan, mahonial, sandalwood, musk, and benzoin. You guys, sweet, syrupy mango with a splash of coconut milk. It is delightful. You also get a musk in there that makes this an excellent projector. I don't think that this has the longevity as some of the other ones, and not to say that it's a short longevity. This lasts like 6 to 8 hours, but this is not going to be eternal like some of the other ones that I mentioned today. So yeah, you do get a little bit of white flower in here. Again though, the 2 top notes, the things that you are going to smell with this, or the things that I smell with this, is a yummy, rich mango, and then a very lactonic coconut milk. It is absolutely divine. Now, I have a confession for you guys. Since I spent $140 on this, and I don't remember if this was 80 or 100 on this, I'm going to pass this along to my sister because I want to use up the ones that cost me a fortune, but just know that they are extremely similar, and I wish I would have found this first. No biting, no biting. Okay, moving on. Oh, y'all, it's getting so tough, but I did have to choose the top 3. And at number 3, I arrived at Nebras from Lattafa. If you guys notice, Lattafa has not done me wrong so far. We're even going to have another one in a moment, but let's talk about Nebras. The notes on Nebras are red berries, tonka bean, rose, sugar, and musk. Now, this one gets compared to the first Billie Eilish perfume, but I think it's very different. I would categorize them as sisters, like they're in the same family, but it is not the same perfume. This one is so much better. The Billie Eilish perfume, it smells more perfumey than this, and it also smells more floral than this one does. This one is much more gourmand, and it reminds me a lot of those Andes mint chocolates. You guys know those little mints that they give you at the end of your meal when you eat at Olive Garden? Yeah, it smells like that, but far more chocolatey than mint. Now in the opening, you do smell the red berries, and it does linger on the skin. I also get a little bit of red currant in this one, and I don't get that in Eilish. Again, this one is more gourmand. I feel like it's equal parts vanilla, equal parts chocolate. It's really good, and it is a man-eater perfume. So this has good projection, it has good longevity, but I would not categorize this one as beast mode. I also love pairing this with Hinoki Fantôme. It is so incredibly sexy, sultry, seductive, all the S words, yeah. You gotta try this one out. This one I feel like is one of those that is a safer blind buy. If you liked my description, you're probably gonna like this. Okay, so I kind of cheated on number 2. Let me explain why. So, I have in my hands Lattafa Khamrah. This is the original. And then we have Khamrah Qahwa. So this one, and this one of course is the flanker. So this one is supposed to have coffee in it. There's a little bit of deviation between the 2 fragrance notes. I'm going to read those off to you, but let me just say, You know how in the early 2000s, the Olsen twins, they're fraternal twins. They're not identical twins. But damn, is it hard to tell them apart? That's these two perfumes. That's why they're both in the number 2 spot. Now, I love them both. I wouldn't want to live without either, and I'm glad that I have both. I can't say that you necessarily need both. They're so alike. Let's get to it. So Khamrah, the original, is cinnamon, nutmeg, bergamot, dates, praline, tuberose, mahonial, vanilla, tonka bean, amber, myrrh, benzoin, and akigala wood. Okay, we're gonna get back to what I smell in a moment. Khamrah Qahwa is cinnamon, cardamom, ginger, praline, candied fruits, white flowers, coffee, vanilla, tonka beans, benzoin, and musk. So there is a little hint. There's a little hint of Arabic coffee beans in here. It's very light and it doesn't really linger on the skin. I also feel like I can smell a little bit more of the candied fruits in this one. Other than that, there is no difference. These are going to be your safest blind buys. So they are massive projectors. They're practically eternal on the skin as far as wear time is concerned. They are phenomenal. Khamrah Qahwa was the one that really got me excited about Middle Eastern perfumes because I could not believe that I got such a beast mode, beautiful, original, vanillic fragrance for I think around like $44, I think is what I paid. It's truly amazing. A lot of people compare this to Baccarat Rouge 540. I personally do not think it smells that much like it, but just know that this is a very original smelling vanilla, but it is so beautiful. I've heard so many people hype these up. I thought they had to be lying because there was just so much hype around it. No, friendos, take the plunge. Again, I bought all these with my own money. There's no affiliate links. I would not be saying this unless I truly believed it. I think this is probably one of the safest blind buys you could ever make in your life if you are someone who likes vanilla. And I don't even like vanilla that much. I would still put these two in my top 10 favorite fragrances of all time. They're that good. So yeah, it's very sweet, very vanilla. They're both a little bit spicy. You can smell dates in both. Original, very slightly musky. Okay, so you know if I was so crazy about those two, you know the number 1 spot has to just be the best. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys, I don't really like the packaging, but I have the number 1 and it is Brown Orchid Oud Edition, and this is from Perfume World. Now, I don't really like the packaging because the gold on there looks like fake gold, and then this little tag right here, I cannot pull off. This component right here is just, it's crushing this right here. I could try to cut it off, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. This one you can smell outside the bottle. So it does remind me of these two right here, the Rasasi Jasmine Wisp and the Oud Mood from Lattafa. But of all three, this one is my favorite. It is eternal. It is a beast mode fragrance. Everybody is going to know that you are wearing this. So for this one, it feels like they took inspiration from Tom Ford Black Orchid, and then also I smell Flower Bomb from Viktor and Rolf in here. So think about those two together and then add in gorgeous clean leather, cashmere, chestnuts, cream, and spider lily, and this is what you got. So this is not super sweet. It's very soft, dense, and comforting. I would not wear this during the daytime, not for anything in the world, because it is that dense. It is hard to find the fragrance notes anywhere, but I did find them on one site. I don't know how reliable it is, but it says red spider lily, tuberose, chestnut cream, vanilla, and patchouli are what's in here. I don't get much patchouli in here. I do get a little bit of patchouli. Just use my description from before to determine if you think this one will be a good one for you. I think I paid $30 for this. I want to say I purchased this on Amazon. This one also leans a little bit more masculine, I feel like, than feminine because of the leather note. It's still a clean leather. You can still get away with wearing this as a woman. And also I hope that you guys wear whatever you like. You don't really base what you wear on cliches or tradition. I hope you just wear what you want. But traditionally, I do feel like this leans a little bit more masculine. This one also reminds me a little bit of the, I think it's called silk. Yeah, it reminds me of chestnut silk too. This one has the longevity that chestnut silk could not give me. So yeah, I'm looking forward to trying out more fragrances from this brand. This is my first ever purchase from the brand. I was not disappointed. I can't say this one is the safest blind buy, but I think that this would make for a magical signature scent if you are someone who ends up liking it. And needless to say, this one would end up in a video if I ever did a top 10 favorite fragrances. It's too beautiful for me not to live without. If I ever find out that they're going to stop making it, I will be getting backups. Okay guys, that's it. That's everything that we have to cover for today. I might do a follow-up video where I rank Lattafa perfumes because I am collecting quite a few of those. With all of these fragrances, because they are cheap, I do recommend if you buy them to let them macerate. Spray them out 5 or 6 times, put them somewhere dark and dry for a month or two before you judge them completely, because some of these did come out of the bottle just fine. Some of them I did have to let macerate and they did get far better with time. I was hoping that these two were going to evolve into something that was a little bit longer lasting, but they just haven't. All the rest, yes, I can tell the difference from when I first got them. All right, my guys, I had a phenomenal time hanging out with you all today. Please let me know if you have any questions about any of the perfumes that I covered in this video or any perfumes at all. If I can help you, I will. I'm wishing you all a magnificent rest of your day. Please don't hesitate. Hit like if you haven't done so already. Subscribe as well, because if not, we'll both have to live in the sorrow of never knowing what could have been. All right, guys, have a great one. Bye.